And greetings everybody, and welcome once again to another JeSter Reviews. And today I'm going to be showing you where to get some more free stuff. So hold on to your hats and let's get stuck in. And here we are, Blood of the Ancients. And when you complete this story arc, you'll be entitled to one of 6 free gifts, and I'll go through them with you now. The Resonant Transphasic Torpedo, the Resonant Disruptor Beam Array, the Resonant Disruptor Dual Heavy Cannons, the console, the Tactical Harmonic Resonance Relay. You'll also be able to pick up an Anti-Proton Beam Array and an Anti-Proton Dual Heavy Cannon, or dual heavy cannons even. Now you'll have to grind to get all of these pieces of kit, and if you intend to pick up all 6, then yes, unfortunately you'll have to play this story 6 times. Now I have this Resonant 3-piece kit and I use it on my ship builds even today. Quite like it, it's really useful, and if you're doing a budget build, it's free. So you can't go wrong there, it's free. So get yourself into the Iconium War, Blood of the Ancients, and pick up your free gifts. Moving on. And here we are. The next story arc where you can pick up some free stuff is Mirrors and Smoke. And you'll pick this up in the New Frontiers story arc. And what you can get here is the Kintari Fortified Personal Shield, the Kintari Partisan Residium Thrower, if I pronounced that right, I hope so, the Kintari Fortified Combat Armor, and the Kintari Fortified Personal Shield. They can also pick up the Kintari Mass-Produced Missile Launcher and the Console Tactical Warhead Yield Chamber. Now the Kintari Mass-Produced Missile Launcher, there's also a similar one on the Lobby store. So there you have it. Unfortunately, if you want all 6 pieces of kit, you'll have to grind 6 times. However, the story arc is quite pleasant, and I've sat through it and played it a few times, and once you get going, it's quite enjoyable really. So once again, it's free and it's in New Frontiers, Mirrors and Smoke. Moving on. And our next stop is in the story arc Future Proof, Stormbound. And here, if you play the game or this story 4 times, you'll be able to pick up a 3-piece set, at least Quantum Phase Deflector, Quantum Phase Combat Impulse Engines, and a Quantum Phase Resilient Shield Array. If you play it 4 times, you'll be able to pick up the console, the Science Emitter Array. Once again, this story arc is in the Future Proof menu, and there it is, Stormbound. So if you're again on a budget build, this piece of kit is free, and I've used it and I quite like it as well. And here we are. A Step Between the Stars, and you'll find this in the Solony Dyson Sphere story arc. Now there's a lot to get through here, so I'll try my best to keep it as quick and simple as I can. If you play the game of this story 3 times, you'll be able to pick up the Solony Deflector Array, the Hyper Efficient Impulse Engines, and the Resilient Shield. Unfortunately, you won't be able to pick up the Overcharged Warp Core because that's only available from the Lobby store for 600 Lobby, and that's when you buy the Science Destroyer. However, there are some decent warp cores that you can get, and if you're a member of a fleet, have a chat with your fleet, they will point you in the right direction. Some really good fleet warp cores. Now, the interesting part of this one is you can also pick up, playing this story out, the Solony Paladin environmental suits, and there they are, look, they come in black and they come in white. Little trick here, I don't believe the game has been patched to stop this, but as you play in this game, You don't have to complete the whole game to acquire these suits. Now you have to play it 3 times to get either a black or a white suit, or if you're going to get them both, you've got to play it 6 times. What you will have to do is, as you play this game, you'll get to a point where you have to activate some weapons. If you choose beams, you'll be able to pick up the marksman suit. If you activate swarmers, you'll pick up an enforcer suit. And if you don't activate anything, you get the striker suit. Now you need those 3 suits: the marksman suit, the striker suit, and the enforcer suit, plus 50 lobby, I believe, to pick up the Solony environmental suit. So what do you do when you're actually playing this game and you get to the point where you need to acquire one of these 3 suits? What happens is you complete that story. What you can do is you can come out of it and you can go back in, start again, and pick up another suit, but don't forget to activate a different set of weapons. So in the first run, if you activate beams, you'll pick up the marksman suit. As soon as you get your marksman suit, exit the game, go back in and activate swarmers when you go on the second run. When you've picked up the enforcer suit, exit the game, and if you don't select anything on the 3rd try, you'll pick up the striker suits. Once you have all those suits, you'll be able to use them to buy your full Solony Paladin environmental suit from the lobby store. Now I don't believe they've closed that loophole yet, so if you want these, if you want the Solony Paladin environmental suit, step between the stars. Solony Dyson Sphere story arc. I hope I've explained that as best as I can. It is rather a complex thing to do, but I have actually done it, and it saved me a lot of time, because I played the game 3 times to get the white suit and I wanted the black one, and I used that method which I read up somewhere. I used that method to pick up the black one, and it actually worked. So moving on, and in this story arc, this one has to be I think one of the hardest ones. It's called Dust to Dust, and you'll find that in the Delta Quadrant story arc. Now when you complete this at least 3 times, you'll pick up the Qapla deflector, the Qapla hyper impulse engines, and the Qapla regenerative shield. If you play it 4 times, you can have the Polaron beam array as well. Now then, one other important part of playing this story arc is that as you proceed through the maze, which you'll come across a maze during this story, you will also find a bridge officer hiding in that maze, and if you're fine with it, she'll join your crew, and that's a free bridge officer. Now then, the Samsar cruiser, unfortunately you can only get that now when you pick up an ultra rare token from the Phoenix lot boxes, and with that cruiser you will pick up the warp core. But I've actually acquired a Samsar, and I've got the warp core, and I've put the Qapla deflector, impulse engines, and the regenerative shield on my Samsar, and I love it. I think it's a really good piece of kit. Well, here we are at the end. I hope you've enjoyed this review, and if you have any knowledge where we can acquire free stuff in game, then please drop us a line and let us know, because belt knowledge is best served when it's shared. If you don't already subscribe, then please hit the subscribe button to catch any future content. And for now, I hope you have a pleasant evening. We're actually putting up with Storm Dennis here in the UK, so I'm hoping you'll have a better evening than I'm having. So I shall see you all next time. See you all out there.